good morning, lunchtime, and good evening. I fucked. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel, guys. The first tip for you guys, if you decide to come here, is to bring waterproofs, wet gear. So I'm thinking glasses, not glasses, but like waterproof jackets, wet pants or waterproof pants, and like pretty decent shoes, whether they're sneakers or hiking boots or whatever you want. But hiking boots will be a good one, because if you're into hiking and stuff, Ireland has so much lovely places to go for hiking. Wicklow Mountains, you can do Croagh Patrick. I was going to say Croagh Park, but that's where we play sports, so never mind. But definitely, and an umbrella and a cap. When I first met Jakub, it was the first piece of advice I gave him. I was like, you need to go and get wet gear. And saying that it rains for 232 days here on average. My next tip, I'm reading from my notes because I don't have the memory as Jakub does. He's so good at remembering these things, but I am not. Before you come here, actually this is a good question for Jakub. You really need a PPS number. So that's like a personal public service number. But I don't know if that's Jakub, is that something you had to apply before you came to Ireland, or how did that work?
I don't think you can, actually. I don't remember, it was 5 years ago, but yeah, you need to have a proof of address and proof of work, and then you go to the revenue office and ask for a PPS number.
Okay, so that is kind of important, guys, so you will need that for renting, and that leads me on to finding a GP, which would be your general practice, a doctor and a dentist, because if there's ever an emergency, you could always go to a walk-in doctor and you can pay €40 and you get seen and they will give you drugs and whatever you need. But it's kind of important, would you say so? Yeah. Just for emergencies, it's good to have a GP.
You want to tell them about your online experience last week? She was a bit sick last week.
Yeah.
And she thought she needs to go. She thought she needs to go to her doctor to get like what do you call it when you're not at work? I don't know, to prove that you're sick. Sick note.
So I don't know. Yeah, I called my GP and just told her how I was feeling, and she asked me for my symptoms, and so I got, my sick cert via phone call, which is pretty good for me, but maybe does not suit a lot of people, because my manager had an issue with the sore throat and she wanted to be seen by a doctor, not just, speaking over a phone. So, next topic. So PPS number, you need GP, dentist. My next point. Oh yeah, accommodation.
You can put it up,
No, my handwriting is disgusting. No, it's not.
They
I have
won't
nice
see that if you do this, you goof.
I know, Pat. No, it's fine. We'll keep it down here. It looks nicer. When you first come here, accommodation, as Jakub was saying, that you need to have references and a little bit of, information to provide for landlords. But hostels are kind of a good idea. We have nice hostels here, and it's kind of like a good starting point. They're relatively cheap. I actually don't know how much a hostel is in Ireland. Any idea, Jakub?
I don't know. I think they're like 15-16 euros now for a dorm room.
Okay, so that's pretty okay. Obviously it depends.
Not room.
Is it
for
like
a bed
shared?
In a dorm room? Yeah, shared.
Yeah, shared. Bunks. Bunk beds, guys, in shared dorm with people. Another actually way of meeting friends and stuff. That brings me on to another point. But yes, so hostel is a pretty good starting point. Now Jakub is not going to like me for this one, but if you do come to Ireland, now I don't know for all companies, but I think Aramark for a handy job when you come to our beautiful, if you come to Galway, they're always like needing help, and well, not help, it's employees. They need people, like every other job. They're always like looking for people, and I think it's a good starting point. You get to practice English if that's something that you wanted to do. You get to work in a, healthcare settings, which is always a positive, because when you see sick people, it makes you a better, kinder person, and it makes you appreciate your health also. So I would say Aramark is a good starting point if you're coming over with the bare bones and you're just looking for something, to work
in
as.
Galway.
This is in Galway, but Aramark is probably all around. But I can't
know about that, but
yeah, can't speak for other places. But yeah, so that's something thrown out there. They're always hiring. Next on my list, I had hostels, renting rooms, blah blah. Oh yeah, applying for grants and anything where you can save a few pounds. Like recently, me and Jakub applied for, was it a rent supplement, Jakub?
I don't know how they call that. Rent tax or something like that?
It was like, yeah, like a rent tax or something.
It's part of your tax refund, which you can do every year.
Yeah.
We'll make a video about that next week.
Yeah, just to kind of get it out there, let you all know like what that's about. But basically it's a €500 you get back.
We'll tell you next week.
We'll tell you.
There's gonna be a video how to do that.
And because I worked during COVID and I'm a frontline worker, yes, me, I will get €1,000. Yay!
You're gonna get shit for this in comments.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I'm a frontline worker. I worked all through COVID. I didn't take any time off. Thought I was going to die on several occasions. Thought we were going to have some sort of a zombie apocalypse.
That's because you watched The Last of Us last week.
Apocalypse.
Look at the camera.
I'm so
Say
sorry.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. So
Okay,
anyways, yeah, so that's exciting. So yes, back to grants. If you were here for a certain amount of time, you can apply for like Susie grants, which will help with education. So if you want to go to college, or if you want to do a PLC, which is like a college before going to college, like, you know, get you in there, get the ball rolling. And what else am I rattling on about? I think I have went through a lot of my little bits and pieces.
All of them, or?
Oh no. After 5 years in Ireland, you can apply to be an Irish citizen. And who doesn't want to be an Irish citizen? Join the flock. You can apply after 5 years, and that will leave you open to 146 visa-free countries. Again, great for studying, traveling, all that blah blah blah. But even as EU members, we can still kind of travel amongst our own little home here in the EU, which is equally awesome. But I thought that was nice, yeah, after 5 years. Or I think if you... Is it 5 years? Yeah, I think it's definitely 5 years. So that's something to think about. And what else? Do I have any other tips? Oh yeah, find people, find friends. If you come here alone, don't just work and go back and stay in your hostel by yourself or stay in your room by yourself and not get out there. Go out and meet like-minded people. Find your Irish tribe or your Spanish tribe or your American, English. Mingle. Try our whiskey. Listen to music. Just don't be lonely. And don't be afraid to spend your money. I think that can happen a lot. I think people kind of get a little bit afraid and then they start to pocket all their money. But you work hard for it. And you should spend it on yourself and enjoy it. And YOLO. I don't know. Jakob, do you have anything to add to that?
No. Say goodbye. Outro.
But I don't want to say goodbye. I didn't see you for like 3 weeks. I just hit a load of random apps on my phone. I don't even know. But it was about 3 weeks. So it's nice to be back and it's nice to see you all again through this little tiny camera. Back again. I forgot to say the most important part of the video. I'm awesome! Oh, Jakob is the best. So if you like our video, like it, love it, and like it, and subscribe, and share it with your friends and family and your lovers. And yeah, I think that's it. Kind of getting a little bit cold now. It's time for soup, and it's time to go home. So